What's up, guys? Toast again from Fishyaker, continuing on with our tank testing of different types of Ned rig plastics. I have another popular one here from Googan Baits. This is a Rattlin Ned 8-pack in green pumpkin goby. So like I said, it's an 8-pack of Googan Baits Rattlin Ned. So it's got a rattle inside of them. It's in their green pumpkin goby. Front of the package. Back of the package. 8-pack, made in China. Interesting thing on this, I know we always debate about what's best, like where the plastics are made. It's really tiny, you almost need a magnifying glass. They put on there, made in China, please recycle. We can barely see it. Little teeny tiny print. It's kind of funny whenever I post videos and people are like, oh, why are you using all these Chinese lures? Just another example, guys, before we go over here and tank test these, even all the name brand stuff, probably 90% of it at least, still made over there. Alright, if I can prefer, I'm going to use a small town company. I'm going to use some brick and mortar stores. I'm going to use domestically made, American made stuff, especially soft plastics. But I know that people wanted to see what the Googan Baits look like in the tank, especially compared to the Z-Man. And, of course, I did those Matsuos the other day. I've been going through a couple of different other brands. But I wanted to see how the Googan Baits actually compared. Let's go ahead and open it up. Haven't ever looked at them before. Of course, they're all about presentation. Very strong scent to it. Oh my gosh, this smells strong. Very oily. It's kind of segmented with a bunch of different sections to it, but not that like constant like ribbed kind of mold like we saw on some of the other brands. Pretty wide end on both ends. Pretty equilateral. That's a little bit wider end than the other. And there is a rattle on this end here. Maybe you guys can hear it. So, I guess, let's see, the rattle's here on that end, and that end doesn't have a rattle, so it's rattled on one end. Gonna test this out, see how well it floats, what kind of action it has. Got one of my Matsuo mushroom Ned rig jig heads. Since I used that on one of the others the other day, I figure what the heck, we'll try that out on this and see what these look like in the tank. So there you have it, guys. The Googan Squad Rattlin Ned on a Ned rig mushroom jig head, just like we've done the others. What do I think? So far, that's in last place, guys. I know it's going to offend some people, but these do not have the action that even the pre-rigged Matsuos do. And again, nothing like the Z-Man. Why? Because it doesn't have the buoyancy. Will I use them? Sure I will. I got the plastics here. I might even just give them away. But otherwise, would I spend the money for name brand Googan Rattlin Neds? No, I would not. They do not have that slow fall like the other floating plastics do. And they don't have that angle like a dying bottom feeding minnow or crayfish. It just hits and goes straight down flat. Still, you can catch some fish on it. Still going to work. But, yeah. So far, this is probably, out of all the Ned rig plastics, at the bottom of the list. But there's one thing I will give them. Definitely got some crazy scent on it. Yeah. That's their what? Slouch sauce or whatever they call it. So it's really strong. I know the wife's probably going to get mad at me for smelling the whole second floor of the house up. But, Classic feels pretty good. It's not super stretchy, not super supple. And it doesn't have that buoyancy. And, yeah. No go for me. I won't buy any more of them. But, if you like it and they work for you, post down below. Let us know what kind of fish you've caught on them. I'm sure they'll work. But, not my preference, at least at the price point that they're selling them at. Alright guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to share the video. Give us that thumbs up. Subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. And we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.